Hi there. I thought that this time I would talk a little bit about our minds and how they like to try and sabotage us whenever we are trying to do something new. I don't know if you've ever tried, like maybe starting a new hobby, you got a new job, you're working on your health and your wellness, you're starting a new exercise, you're working on planning your meals, and you're super excited and you're all on board, and then the more you get into it, the more you're creating new patterns. Something happens and your mind's like, whoa, hold the phone, pump the brake. This isn't working. I no longer am in my normal. I'm no longer in my comfort zone. I'm actually feeling discomfort because there's these changes are going on. I'm not liking it, and our minds just try to pull us back into what's familiar and what we know. So the more we're trying to make new patterns, we're trying to get healthy, we're trying to learn something new, the newness of it wears off, and then that's when like a kind of like a fear factor comes into your mind, because it's already been pre-programmed by our environment and the things that we've been around and the things we've been through and the people that have said different things to us. So then our minds are like, it starts to truly believe everything that can possibly go wrong, or it starts talking very negatively towards you. It tells you you can't do it, or you suck at it, and you're not going to be able to do it. And the next thing you know, you're not moving forward anymore. You give up. You don't want to continue on the path that you were super excited to start on. And I'm here to tell you that our minds lie to us. It's just a fact of life. It does want to continuously pull us back to the routines that we know, that are familiar, that we're comfortable with. But the more that we step outside of ourselves and the more that we try to focus on where we want to go and allow ourselves the time to actually sit in that discomfort, we can get to where we're going. And I'm speaking from experience. I've been stop and go on my wellness journey, my spirituality. Sometimes I have issues with God and believing in good, and there's just a lot of different things that I've been going through myself. And then I've been reading a lot of books, and it's just amazing to how much it does make sense to me. Like, if you want to get from point A to point B, you cannot continuously do the things that have kept you stuck at point A, but you also have to understand that sometimes there is going to be some discomfort as you're trying to move forward and get to where you're going. And if you allow yourself the time to actually focus on what you want and continues to bring your mind back to the positives of the changes that you're trying to make, then you can sit in that discomfort and move through it. And that's like the biggest part of it all. It's never easy to just give yourself permission to say, this is harder than I thought it would be, but I'm gonna do it. I can do this. I can keep moving forward. Pick up the pencil and draw some more, or the paintbrush, start singing more, get your movement in, however that looks, whatever the new thing is. If you continuously take the steps every day, start off with a mind frame that I can do this no matter how hard it is. If you keep the mind frame and push back at your mind when it tries to lie to you, which isn't easy, but it's doable, you will get to where you want to be. Just the aspect is, know that there will be steps along the way that might make it harder, and that's okay. And if your mind is really struggling and battling against you, take a pause, sit in it, and then just keep moving forward and remind yourself of why you started what you did in the first place. What's your end goal? When we focus our attention on where we want to be, our energy flows in that direction, and it helps keeping the momentum there. So I said, I've been reading a lot of books, and it's all about what the mind frame and a lot of manifesting and attracting what you want to see happen. But even in that case, the mind sometimes is still having those negative thoughts of, I can't do it, I won't get there. And if that's in there, that's the energy you're putting out, that's what you're attracting back. And some people might think that that's not the case at all, but it really is. So every day for me, it is getting up and trying to remind myself that I can do things. I do a gratitude journal. I write things I'm thankful for, what I'm capable of doing, my goals, my steps. We have a book that we read each morning that has an affirmation in it, so we write that down, and it ends up being the focus point for the day too. So all these things help my mind, help me keep me on the right path, and I'm here to tell you it is possible to keep going on whatever kind of journey you're trying to do if you keep bringing yourself back to your authentic self. Just find your authentic self, what matters to you, your morals, your values, the pros of everything that you're trying to do, and then you will start letting go of the environment around you that might be saying stuff and throwing things your way that think you can't get through and you can't make it. So just take those steps, and every day put in the work, and you'll get where you're going, and know that you can overcome your struggling mind. It is possible.